Hey guys, how's it going? It's InvictaTV here. Yesterday I posted a video, the raw, unedited footage of me and Extremlzm doing a carry against LaB and Buttwipe with Gothalion. Now, some players have said, some people have said, through comments over the YouTube, that the players on their team aren't that good. And that's just not a fact. That's just not true. The fact is they are good. Even Gothalion almost ties the KD of some of the carry partners I've had through the years. And LaB and Buttwipe both have higher KDs than most of my carry partners throughout the years. On top of this, they have tons more experience doing trials. They are one full team of nobody's bad. You can say what you want, that, you know, hey, these guys, they don't compete, they aren't sweats, blah blah blah, and you know, maybe that's a fact. Maybe they aren't really sweats, maybe they don't compete in tournaments, but they definitely know what they're doing. They're definitely not worth trash talking. Like, there's no shade to be thrown. I guarantee that these players can surprise you if you went up against them actively. I want people to understand that that's where I'm coming from. There's no way in hell that these players deserve very much shade thrown at them, if any at all. So with that being said, I'm going to go through this video. This is going to be a long video. I'm going to go through this video. I'm going to pause here and there. I'm going to make comments, say why certain things were done, say why we lost certain rounds, say why we won certain rounds, and really explain this play-by-play through and through. So I'm going to just like play the footage, and I'm going to pause at the right moments and talk from there. I'm not going to talk over footage, so that way you guys can see what happens as it happens, and then I can give the comments afterwards. And I think that's the best way to go about doing this. So here we go, playing right here.
Eliminate your opponents. And
it's too late to swap, so.
So we got a storm caller. Gothalion's a bubble.
I see that they opened the door. LaB's pushing in mid. I have one being chased. They're pushing. LaB right there. Watch out, Elite. Come back this way to me, Elite.
I backed up.
Nah, we can't get cornered like this. Goth's absolute. Nah, help him out, let's go.
Oh, I missed it. Good stuff. Good shots when I made that guy half or whatever. That was good.
This fight is over.
Yeah, good shit.
That's what one of the rounds that you killed him as that happened. Alright, so that first round was pretty basic. Nothing really stood out in that round. It was just a simple round. Extreme pushed out a little bit on his own to the right, although he couldn't really know maybe how far behind we were, you know, that we were focusing LaB up top maybe, etc. And it just turned into a situation where Goth stopped taking shots on me, presumably because he didn't think I could still see his head like that, which converted into a kill. Extreme did have damage on Bandwipe. I was able to convert that into a kill when I turned to assist him. And then LaB was able to stay alive for a time using that max armor ram loadout and get the revive off. I swear I sniped that revive. You can go back, look at it, pause. To me, I think there was a slight amount of lag in this game. You can see our carry looks like he's red bar. He definitely played died late like a red bar. I wouldn't say it changed the tide of this game. He went 1-7. He didn't. The only kill he got was the kill he got that round right there, which was on somebody that was getting a revive that I had already made super weak. So with that being said, oh, and there's lag on both sides of this fight, of course. We'll get more into that later. So I think what happened was there was a bit of lag. I nailed the headshot. It was immune frame still, or maybe it just didn't connect on time. I don't know what it was. Maybe I was just ever so slightly off. When I did watch it from their point of view, it looked like a miss, but I don't know. It looked so perfect on my screen. Regardless, nothing really to talk about that round. I definitely know there's a thing or two to point out in this next one. So let's get into that. I think pay attention to the fact that I say we just got to be careful pushing up top here. Like, pay attention to that fact. I swear I hit that snipe on bands, but oh well.
Don't choke, Guardian.
I think pushing in still might be best. Just pushing up top seems like giving up too much.
Too risky.
Yeah.
Guardian down. Oh, look, he's sniping that dude. Fuck. Oh, this is behind the wall. You can get behind the wall, you can push me.
Guardian down.
I tried to push you. We both got killed.
Guardian down. Stand up.
God.
Unleash your
Okie dokie. So, literally, right after I say, pushing up top seems like giving up a little bit too much. We shouldn't be doing that. We gotta, you know, be able to. It divides our attention too much. Instead of like letting them funnel in certain areas. And it was kind of agreed upon the team. And then Extreme rushes up and gets sniped up there. That was what fucked us this round. Not that he could have expected to get sniped or anything like that. It just was unfortunate. But it was definitely something that was called out like right beforehand as a big threat for us is trying to play up there. And so when I went to go and get that revive while trying to stay alive, trying to keep moving, Lucky would not have necessarily gotten that snipe at all. But Bandwipe just so happened to still have his nade charge, his smoke nade charge, which, you know, most Night Stalkers have already thrown or wasted. I don't know if he just got a charge back right then or what it was, but he happened to still have that charge and therefore was able to just smoke out that entire area and keep us all pinned down. I wasn't really able to react to that. The only thing I could have done is just stop reviving Extreme and then died anyway. But I tried to make the play that might have saved the round if I could have gotten a bigger push off of Extreme, etc. And it just didn't work. But definitely what screwed us that round was the single fact that Extreme died up in that area where we specifically said it's a bad area to die. So let's move on past this round. Nothing much more to be said in that spot or about this round right there.
You're in the next fight.
I don't go top, that's bad, dude. You get cornered in there. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We had Gothalion push.
Yes, Extreme. Literally what I said. Don't push up top. I said it that round. Anyway.
Back and pushing up front.
The match is tied.
It's only good if like one person goes and maybe two push up. Like all go there.
Let's just make sure not to get pre-picked too. I have got two being chased. One went chase left, one chase left into our spawn. I think it's Goth. I got nade on me. I'm super weak and one's pushing behind. Got Goth on me. Can you guys get over here? I have 75 Bandwipe. I got Lucky one shot. I got Lucky trade. Careful. Oh my god. Stay alive, Elite. Come for me. Come for us. Dude.
We'll come back from this death. It's what Guardians do.
Extreme fucking killing yourself, dude.
I naded myself, but it killed me in one hit for some reason. That's weird.
Yeah, so as we saw that play, Gothalion was the one that flanked out. It was very important information that I called out who was the one that flanked on the left. And I didn't see anybody. I didn't see who went left. But I heard the Titan skate specifically on the left. It wasn't a Warlock skate, and I knew Bandwipe was on the right. I heard specifically that Titan skate to the left, which allowed me to know and allowed me to preemptively be aware of him pushing around behind, which was a fantastic play on their part. It just so happened that like the timing of him like swishing his camera and me jumping like to the side there, while you know looking directly at him, just worked out for me that I was like off his screen barely or something like that, and he just didn't see me, and I just got the 2 hits into the melee. Obviously after that just kept Bandwipe out of play or like away from me. Wasn't gonna fully jump up on the bridge. If I did that, he probably would have had first shot, or it would have been too risky for me, especially with that smoke nade. And I stayed in a position where even if I took some hits, I wasn't gonna go down. I was safe where I was, and it just kept them off bay. Lucky getting that snipe off was in fact lucky. That was ridiculous. a really good snipe. I'm not entirely sure it was 100% skill. I mean, me pulling off that snipe in that situation would have been rather clutch as well. I mean, any player pulling off that snipe in that situation definitely was very clutch. A combination of skill and luck for it. And then after that, it was a 2v1 with like us having both orbs able to be watched. Elite pushed in, and literally Bandwipe had no health on his bar, and Elite missed all of his shots. That's our carry for you. And then, what's it called? Extreme throws a nade. I don't know if he meant to throw it there. It definitely didn't make sense to throw it there. I don't think he meant to. I think he meant to try to throw it on the back wall, and unfortunately it connects on the ceiling and kills him, and supposedly in one hit. That ruined us. That made a 2-1 in our favor be a 2-1 in their favor, and it didn't make any sense. I was quite upset about that. First running up to the top to get picked, and then now like nading himself. It's definitely a frustrating situation. And that definitely cost us the round. There's no other way around that right there. There was no other decisions to be made. I think on that round particularly, like I played it well. Lucky just happened to get the lucky snipe in return. Doesn't matter. It's 2v1 now. You guys should be able to finish it into what the hell was that? In those situations, they come up sometimes, and you just got to deal with them. And so now we got to bounce back. And so let's get into this next round. Oh my god.
What's a few points between you and victory? Onwards.
Why am I getting sprint locked for so early?
Nice.
Gothalion's down.
Bandwipe coming up from stairs. Alright, so quick want to just talk about this moment right here. We pushed outside last round. So this round we pushed outside again. They just have the cone nades, etc. It's a little tough. They're pushing in, and we don't want to challenge that the way we did the first two rounds, because we barely clutched out the first round, and the second round did not go in our favor. So outside was definitely the better play. We should have had the last round when we went outside, and you know what happened there. So this round we were pretty confident about going outside. So that being said, Gothalion should have known that there was going to be some rush coming around the corner, and he didn't react fast enough. He ran right into the play. Away from where his teammates were, and Extreme just gets the 3-tap on him as fast as can be, and that set us up for winning this round. But let's get into the rest of it. Where's Goth's orb? I'm coming to you now.
Lucky's on me.
Guardian down.
I just got picked by Lucky. He's pushing out towards back part.
Is he outside? Oh, he is.
Outside, yeah, he's pushing outside now. He's on
Bandit's with him now. If he pushes out door, I can see Lucky. Alrighty, the reason why I was able to realize, and start to ask, hey, wait, was he outside? I mean, they're off radar. They're not on my radar. And Elite, I thought, got sniped through that door. But he backpedaled behind the cover, so he was able to get sniped from way back deep in their spawn area there. And that's when I'm like, wait, this door in front of me, I didn't watch it close. There's no way a snipe went through that door in that time. So is he outside? Where's my call out? Is he outside? And then that's when I'm told finally that he's outside. So I might have been able to counter snipe something. I might have been able to handle that a little differently, and Extreme and I might have been able to get a good push on them in that moment. But without that call out ahead of time, without him being on radar because of the distance, we missed an opportunity there for sure. So let's continue on with this round. Nice. Stay alive. He's half.
Scratching.
Revive your teammates. Double down.
Nice, Invicta.
Enemy team eliminated.
Alright, so that was a little bit of a crazy finish. I know in this moment they are they communicated between themselves was he just hard scoping the door? And I wasn't really hard scoping the door. Let me just back that up. When Band was up in the tunnel and he was half health and I took my snipe, at first I called out that he was absolute because I thought I hit my snipe. It was such a tight angle. I can't believe I missed it still. And then, I mean, like, it was like through his armpit or something. But I saw, you know, a bit of a delay in my reaction. I realized I didn't see the health bar chunk down. There was no lag on that. It didn't chunk down late. I, in fact, did not hit him, so he was half health. And I fixed my call out and say he's half. You know, I want to make sure that info is out there. That's important information. And then, of course, I start to try to, like, hard lane a little bit. Maybe I can get a body shot off and help Extreme here if he pushes through. But instead, Lucky makes the smart play and goes for that revive. That way he can push into the room with res shields with the final amount of his storm, and Band is up to help him finish that off. It was definitely the best play they could have made in that situation. Definitely a smart player play instead of just rushing in with that storm. I mean, this is the kind of play that not all sweats even make. So, you know, once more, to people who think that they're just bad players, like, they know what to do. They're not making the mistakes. They know how to play this game. So all of those statements, throw them out the window because they're useless here. And so they push through. The Band wipe, because he was in that tunnel. When you try to revive people in tunnels like that in small areas, it happens on Thieves' Den sometimes as well. You don't get revived in the tunnel because it's too small of a space. You get revived on one of the sides. He happened to get revived down below. I don't know if it always tries to put you on the bottom floor. I think there might be some logic to that. I've seen it happen more times on Thieves' Den where they get put down on the lower elevation area, or like the lower elevation exit to the tunnel. And so I quickly unzoomed, resumed, like right onto his head, pulled the trigger right as he came up, and then that gave me my Nova Bomb. I was able to throw it. It kills Lucky, who was sitting right there, literally running out of his super energy right then anyway. It kills him a little bit around the corner, which I think is bullshit. I don't think Smashes or Nova should kill around corners at all, but this is Destiny. We know it happens 100% of the time, and so I did get that off on him. Other than that, there wasn't much to say. You saw Extreme try to jump up into the tunnel to attack the storm. I'm not 100% sure the reasoning to that decision. I didn't know if he thought maybe the storm's out of energy right now, and he was reacting to the call out that he was still half. But by that point, you know, regen's got to be kicking in, right? And then the res shields definitely just came up. I don't know. It looked a little off on that play. Maybe he wasn't trying to go into the tunnel. Maybe he was trying to go into the tunnel as he came out of the tunnel and therefore escape. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't ask Extreme. It looked a little funny on my screen, but we got the round done. So let's go ahead and move into this next round. It is now 2-2, 1 storm down, 1 Nova down. We got to be looking at Extreme coming up with a smash soon, and Band wipe coming up with a tether soon. So let's get into this.
I hadn't even melee got him to. As soon as I got in there, he popped his storm on me too. Regardless.
It's up to you now.
You got to save that smash. Goth might smash on heavy. The other guy's tether. Now I want to say, I just called out that Goth has smash, or might be coming up to smash soon. I haven't seen any nades from Goth, anything to really tell me that he's not a smash. But the carry called it out in the very first round that he's a bubble. At this point, somebody should have reinformed me. Hey, wait, Goth isn't smash, by the way. He's a bubble. Because that would have definitely changed a little bit of the dynamic for these coming rounds. But oh well, whatever. Let's just continue on. And just careful up top. Got band wipe. Got band wipe. Got band wipe.
Back up. Oh,
yeah, you're alone up there for a moment. Okay, we're good. We're good. Push up. Push up. Push up. Push up. They're not on the revive. Push up. Push up. Push up. Help them out. Watch out, Extreme, for the snipe.
I got collapsed on, dude.
I'm peeking. I'm peeking. Don't peek this.
Just run from right. Just run from right. So I'm like this. Just run straight from my right. You really get my right.
Oh, he's inside. He's inside. Got it.
That remains.
Nice.
All right. So, in that moment, well, first off, let's start with the beginning of the play. I get band wipe off the slide with the body. I go for the headshot preferably, but just try to make sure I finish off something with the hand cannon. I don't think he would have died if I did not land the headshot. Let's see, I got 62 points of damage off the headshot, plus 160 with the body. That turns into 31 plus 160, only 191. Unless he's running low armor, I wouldn't have gotten the kill. So the headshot was super important. So moving past that, we got cut off though because he did throw nades before he died. I had to take out the nade. I'm call out to Extreme. Hey, by the way, you're alone. I'm not sure if Extreme is aware of this. I want to make sure he doesn't overpush. He is pretty deep in there, and that's especially why I called out that he's alone for a moment. But Extreme's line of thought probably is that he pushed up, and they don't know yet that the rest of us are behind this barrier of nades. They don't know that the rest of us aren't pushing up with Extreme. So Extreme gets them to back off, and I like to think that if Extreme was being counter-pushed, he would have gotten out of that situation because he was 100% alone for a small time there. But they do go ahead and pull back to outside, and this is when, you know, I don't know if they're going to go, like, they have one person up at the top area, they have one person over by Extreme. I don't know whether to help carry or the Extreme. Extreme kind of pushes outside. Lucky pulls back and assists Goth, and they collapse on him in that moment. It was a bit of a rough push. I'm not sure if there was time for Extreme to back up, but staying alive is the #1 key thing in this situation. And Extreme should have tried not to fall here. I'm not sure, once more, if there was time for him to pull back, or if he was just being a little over-aggressive and it bit him in the butt. But here we are. But then we got put into the 2v2 situation. Now, the first person I kill is Goth, because he's standing there and I'm able to sword peek with the snipe. Goth's reaction on his stream, well, I heard it over Lucky and Butt White stream that I watched from their POV later. Goth's reaction after I snipe him was, I didn't even see his sight. Like, I didn't even see him, you know, sniping at me. And it's because I do the sword peek trick, which is broken. He had no chance to react to that, really. But somehow, in the midst of that play, probably as I snipe Goth, right then is when Lucky, like, literally the only second that he could have done it, crosses to inside, and I almost didn't, I almost got killed by him. Like, he goes for the body with the icebreaker on me, which I was still a little weak at that time, I think, and then melees out the carry, who was a little weak, and, like, 100%, if I got bodied by that icebreaker, Lucky would have won that round, which is a ridiculous thought. But thankfully, the body missed because he wasn't 100% looking at me. I saw from his POV, and from my POV, he wasn't 100% looking at me. And so the body just barely misses me, and I just go for the double melee because there's no way he's going to be able to, you know, kill me and the carry off of a melee fight like that. And so clutch victory. No supers were used this round. We still have to worry about everybody's supers, but basically the 2 people on each team that haven't supered yet are going to be getting it this next round, which is the heavy round.
Opponents lie broken in your wake.
By these guys.
Yeah, just listen, I'll tell you how to blow. So. Exactly how this goes. So.
Ban did not have super at that time that I killed him, I don't think.
Ammo on the way.
What is he using?
He's tether, yeah. It's tether and smash, but Goth I don't think will have his either yet, I'm not sure. He didn't when I killed him, actually. I can confirm. He has it in the end. I got tethered around the corner. I swear I just hit Ban's... Oh, Goth is in it, nice. Ban does have heavy. He got me around the corner. He's 75.
Come to me, elite, don't die.
He's right there, below you, behind you. Nice. There you go, good shit. He killed me around the corner. I should have had I should have been fine, like 100% fine. It's whatever. Alrighty, so it starts off with I barely missed that snipe on ban wipe. I do miss it. I see it now. Just like an inch to the upper left of his head. Very unfortunate. So they get heavy in that situation, but only Ban does because our carry goes ahead and throws his tether down on that heavy area. Unfortunately, Ban has already escaped, but Goth falls into it. And now Bandwipe threw that tether up top, and it kind of tethers me around the corner, but it definitely tethered Extreme. And I watched this from LaB's POV. Extreme does something crazy here. He's leaning at Lucky, and Lucky's leaning at him. They're both behind the glass in the top areas. And Extreme pops out while tethered and takes Lucky's head off. And Lucky's reaction to that is, "What? Wow, tethered too." Like, you know he just wasn't expecting it. And that's Extreme's play right there. Like, that's Extreme's in, is that he did the unexpected thing. And with, you know, his accuracy, his shot was true, and he lands the hit. It wasn't a hard hit to pull off, but while tethered, it was a high-risk play, and he gets it off, and that was awesome. That definitely set us up for the victory this round, because Goth falls into the tether that our carry threw out. And then when I push up, you know, I put a bit of damage onto Bandwipe, who's using some kind of LMG. It seems like Thunderlord, so it probably actually does have pretty good accuracy, but I wasn't 100% expecting to get hit by that accuracy, to be headshotted, I think, as well, so easily at that distance. And on top of that, a bit of lag time. Bandwipe is the one that seemed to be lagging on me the most, even though him and Lucky are in the same place. I think they might have separate internet lines. And it was very unfortunate I did get picked around that corner, which forced Extreme into the situation where, even though he's got the carry up, there's no way in hell he's going to give up this round, and he goes for the smash on Bandwipe. So that's when I'm calling out, of course, like, where he is, like, by the way, he's below you now, okay, he's going behind you now, like, just making sure Extreme does not continue to push forward, which I think Extreme mostly knew, but just hearing me make that call out as well just tells him this is his safe place to smash. This is where I will get him. And that kind of confidence, that kind of reinforcement is super important, and not to miss your call out and be like, just smash, or like smash in front of you, like whatever it is, like helping your teammate with that kind of call out, just as reinforcement, just puts them so much more in the confidence zone and ensures that shit gets done. So we came out with that round, unfortunately having to use both supers to their one super, which was tether. So now we have to worry about Goth's smash, as we think, but bubble is what's going to be coming up. So let's get into that.
This is match point.
I use my tether to keep Gothalion off on heavy.
Yeah. Oh, you used your tether? Yeah, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine.
Yeah,
Oh, Band got me, Band got me. Band's sniping now. You can push me easy. Just, you gotta wait. They're gonna push. Oh. Push me, push me, push me, push me.
Last Guardian standing.
Oh, how did he melee faster than me? Alrighty, so breakdown of this play. There was zero reaction time to Bandwipe coming from behind that corner and sniping my head, and it's because he knew the exact lane. I actually watched a bit of the stream to watch this match and to watch. I happened to keep it running and saw he actually lanes that angle, that right there specifically, in multiple games, and he has that angle on lock. So he literally came around the corner, probably already had his aim exactly where my head would be, mostly due to the fact that he knows the angle, and partly due to the fact that lucky that my head was right there already. Like all he had to do was pull. So his reaction time was immediate. And mine, I have to react to, remember, the slight amount of latency and the fact, like, on my screen, it looked like he literally just, like, red glare dead. Like, no reaction. I couldn't have reacted to that. Not very easily, at least. It was such a tight timing. So, very good snipe on his part. He got the pre-aim up and then came around the corner and immediately sniped it. And then Gothalion pushing in the air with Dreg's Promise. Dreg's Promise is super, I want to say broken, super good, specifically for in-air shots. Because of the way the gun's mechanics works with the auto-aim or auto-tracking bullets, it's got 100% accuracy even in the air pretty much. It's literally just like look at the target and pull. So he melts Extreme, who whiffs his melee, unfortunately. It was a pretty bad whiff from what I saw, into the carry trying to get me up in time. Like, if Extreme got Goth up and then I got up and the carry pushed me, that round could have gone back in our favor because there was so much time for Band and Lucky to have to push across. But unfortunately, Extreme's melee whiffs, and then it's just getting collapsed on after that. And the reason why, right there, you heard me say, like, how did he melee me faster? Bandwipe, I know he's not running Ophidians. I mean, not Bandwipe. Lucky, I know he's not running Ophidians because he's got the giant-ass ram helmet running max armor. But he is running melee attack speed perk on his Warlock, which I think is silly. Grenade throw distance seems way more important. However, he is on Stormlock. And Storm doesn't have very strong nades. You don't often need to throw it that far either. What are you going to do? Throw a Lightning Storm nade halfway across the map, hope it connects with that, you know, time to hit? Like, yeah, right. So I can see the logic there, specifically on Storm, as to why he's running melee attack speed. But I think I thought it was ridiculous. It was something I didn't expect. Although it wouldn't have mattered. It would have just been a trade. All it was just like, how is that not a trade? It doesn't really matter. But anyway, moving on. It's now 4-3, I believe. So, but they have Goth super still. They didn't have to blow a super that round, and you know Lucky is coming up to another storm. We listened for us to call this out. There is a point in this next round where my girlfriend tells me they have storm, and I'm like, yeah, we know, because Goth is gonna pop bubble. It's gonna juggle the orbs, and he's gonna guarantee to have storm. I'm like, I know. Don't stream snipe though. To be clear on that, you can hear me say it, but it's something we already called out. It's something we already know thanks to the Goth's bubble orbs, and in fact, we also say that Bandwipe is going to have a super coming up very soon as well. We're already aware of this information, and this the timing, knowing the amount of kills in the match, knowing when he last used it, which was round basically 4 to make it 2-2. And it's now going to be 4-3. Like the timing, especially with Storm fast running super into Goth's bubble coming up that juggles him 2 orbs, we 100% know they already had Storm anyway, or we're going to after that moment. So here we go. Let's get into this next round rather than continuing to talk about what hasn't happened yet. Storm doesn't have faster melee speed. I don't know.
I'd probably take out that Scout Rifle against these guys. If you have a hand cannon, use it.
Lucky's probably got his storm again.
You've got match
Yeah,
point.
we do. We do have to worry about Storm again. You're right on that.
I'll play for you, Invicta.
I'm 60. They went outside. Got banned. Oh, he's using Defender. Okay, it's probably weapon. No, it's got it's armor or blessing.
Run away. Run.
Okie dokie. So, you heard right then. It was like when I was calling out, I got banned. I meant to finish that sentence with, I got banned one shot. And I didn't end up finishing it up. I didn't redact my statement because then I react to Goth popping his bubble and I'm like, oh, it's Defender. And then I start to say it's probably weapons the way he played this. And then I realized, no, it can't be weapons because they have an overshield on, which means it's either armor or blessing. I don't know if they have overshield when they're outside of the bubble yet. I don't know, and that would be what tells me if it's blessing over armor. But right now I know it's one or the other. And I'm just sword peeking this, so if I saw one come out of the bubble, it's an easy headshot snipe for me. And so Extreme's calling out to run away, which is a good call out. Make sure our carry gets away. Extreme has gotten away. I'm in a relatively safe position. There's no way that they're going to like all collapse over on me without me being able to escape somewhat, or without sacrifice, or like without giving Extreme and the carry like easy shots on them as they do so. That's why I'm continuing to sit in this position until you'll see coming up in just a moment. I'm suppressed. I can't really. All right. Yeah. So the design of this map, I'm not 100% used to it, so I'm like, oh, I'll just run out to the left here, and I'll run right into the corner, so I still get suppressed, and thankfully, you know, they're not going to push up on that once more, because Elite and Extreme can just get easy shots as they push out here over onto Bridge, so they continue to sit in that bubble. In fact, at this moment on their stream, they go ahead and call out, let's just secure inside. They completely leave and drop their bubble and go inside, which we don't know this yet. We don't know this actually for the rest of the round. But let's go ahead and move on.
Don't die. No one died.
Yeah, I'm alive.
I got one hit.
Stay alive. Just stay alive.
Tagged inside.
He's gonna have Storm from the same.
Yeah. They're not on bubble. So I'm watching with sword. Yeah, we know they got Storm. Don't stream snipe anyway. Alright, that was right then, like like Extreme, like first off at the very start of the round, we call out they're gonna have Storm this round, and then Extreme calls out right then like 100% they're gonna have Storm off that bubble, and then my girlfriend, obviously unable to hear Extreme, says they have a Storm, by the way, which like this is the only thing she says throughout the whole thing about their stream. And I immediately, you know, not immediately, it takes a few seconds because I'm still playing the game, and that's where my mind is focused. I'm like, don't stream snipe anyway. And then she does this whole like, I'm like, come on, like, don't stream snipe. I've never asked anybody to stream snipe for me. I've never had anybody stream snipe for me. I don't want that shit. I'm here to play the game the right way. But it's okay, because the information she said, the only information she said, is something we already knew anyway.
They're trying to push around our spawn.
Where's Point? It's inside. We need to force their Storm out this round. He killed me behind the wall. He's one shot. There's no way. A little bit of lag is just pissing me off way too much. All right, so in that moment, I get a body shot off, which should fuck his. I was going to say flip. I wasn't sure if I should swear. It should fuck his aim up, and it didn't fuck his aim up, which, and then he gets a perfect hit on me, and that's the latency. That's the lag. Like on his screen, we probably shot at the same time or something. I'm not entirely sure. I don't recall watching that part specifically. It was definitely upsetting though. My reaction time should have been 100% faster than his, but I think due to latency, he was able to react just as fast. It didn't help that I was ever so slightly off on that snipe, and I had to twitch shot it up onto him, which resulted in only a body. So a small amount of misplay plus a small amount of lag turned into way the wrong situation that I was expecting for. I think if I was in that situation again one more time, the exact same setup, I would still do the same play, like because the odds of connecting my shot were so much, and like getting the kill over him were so much higher than him pulling that off another time. I think it just didn't work out this time. I don't think it was the wrong play to have made. I think it was the winning play to make right there and then, and unfortunately it just did not work out. So I left my teammates in a pretty terrible situation here.
Overtime. If you can't kill them, capture the
Stay alive, stay alive. He's above. Nice. Left. Left Extreme. Yeah.
I could have killed that guy.
Alrighty, so in that situation, you hear me telling Extreme left. At that time, he goes for the body on Band, does get it. Actually could have gotten the kill right after as well, but Elite did seemingly nothing in that situation, unfortunately. He was just, you know, prolonging his life, didn't put any damage out, but he didn't prolong it long enough to give Extreme the time. Extreme totally 100% could have clutched it in that moment if he had literally 2 more seconds to finish Band and then look left. Extreme would have had the clutch because Lucky was in the air. So Extreme would have had the superior shots and all that, and especially if Elite put damage on Lucky, which unfortunately he did none of that. So just a very terrible situation. Extreme almost got the clutch, unfortunately was not able to pull it off due to timing, and that's that. This entirely falls into me to blame because I missed my shot, I missed my opportunity, and I fell down and made it a 2v3 situation on Point when they have supers, etc. So I'm 100% accepting that blame, but let's move on to the final round.
You're learning. Come back strong.
I know I can't get picked. He killed me literally behind the wall after being bodied with a perfect headshot. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I'm literally like 95%. We should just stay kind of here. Alrighty, so the reason why we decided to play out here, obviously, is look how close to super I am. I'm at like 96, 97%. We want to 100% make sure that I have time to generate this super. And then it's going to be Storm and Tether on their team versus my Nova and Tether and the carries tether and extreme smash. We're gonna have 3 supers to there too, because the bubble was not popped until literally last round. There's no way he's getting that again. So we are 100% going to be able to have the super game advantage on this round due to us using it ahead of time, not sandbagging it like the way Goth did for so many rounds. This is what I mean. This is something I've said in previous videos, and something I can't stress enough. Your resources are only important if you're using them, especially something like super. And the reason, and like, so the sooner you use super, the more valuable that resource is, because you can get another one, especially in a game like Trials of Cyrus with a time limit at the end, or with a round count at the end, where if you use it too late, you won't ever get the second one, and your team therefore is missing one super that it could have had. So it's 100% important that when you get your supers, you basically try to make a play with it that very round, if not the next. Like, you need to use it and only sandbag it when you've already got the collapse happening and you don't need to use the super, because then it would just be a waste. And I definitely think there were moments where Goth could have used his super, where that could have been communicated to him to do so sooner, and unfortunately they didn't for them, and therefore it's going to be a 3v2 super situation for this final round. This is a skill. Like, this is not, you know, wow, they have, you know, more supers this round, this game came down to the super use. Like, it's just as much a part of Destiny as anything else, and yes, it's a very important skill to master or to focus on, to recognize your resource use and the time to get that resource back. So moving on here. Just tell us if they push that way, Elite. Don't get into a situation, like, stay away from nades. Also, Extreme, tell me if they're going in from inside there, because they might be able to... Okay, I have Nova. Alrighty, so the way we have this situation set up, Elite is in a spot where he won't get picked, but he can see if anybody pushes that whole outside area. Extreme is in a situation where he can't get picked, but he can tell us if they push anywhere in that inside area. And I make sure both players, I called it out to both of them, just tell the rest of us where they're coming from and if they make any kind of look, like any kind of peek. Because I'm in a position where I can react to it, and I'm also in a position where I could get fucked by it if it's not called out. So I want to, you know, it's not the safest spot to stand in, but it is the most helpful spot to stand in if I'm to help you, you know, like defend if they make a push, like with Storm. So that's why I'm playing this spot, and that's why I need my teammates to make this kind of call out if they are happening to push. So other than that, you know, let's move on. That's why, you know, this safety is a little off on this situation. I'm not 100% safe, but it's because I need to play in a spot where I can 100% can help either direction, and that's what makes it ultimately safest play, as long as my teammates make those callouts for me in return. Just tell me if they're over there at all.
I can see, but I think they're inside.
Dude, I'm gonna pass reserve for my smash.
They're gonna have a tether as well, because double orb off of the bubble. Alrighty, you saw me throw that Axion, and it's just because I saw 2 blips on the radar in that direction. I was trying to make it look like we are going to push in here in this moment. It buys us a little bit extra time. That's all I did it for, was just to buy us extra time. Just to make sure that they got forced off the situation because they were worried and afraid that either we were pushing in, or they wanted to make sure that those Axions didn't start chasing, or if those Axions did start chasing, that they were in a position where they could escape them without taking extra damage from our push, etc. Like, it was just to buy us extra time for Extreme Smash and Elite's tether.
Doesn't seem like there's any near me.
How close are you to tether? Oh, Elite has his. We got 3 supers to 2.
I just got.
You can't buy Elite. We can't buy.
Yeah.
Alright, come to us.
How close are you, Extreme?
Yeah, I can't see none near me.
I'm like 10 seconds left.
Careful, don't get shot at.
You can't get picked, Elite. You gotta stay up.
I can't see it from this side.
Bye bye.
10 seconds. Give them hell.
We gotta push in here.
3, 2. I got it.
You're in.
That's their Storm, or...
End the round. Capture the zone.
Tether.
Guardian down.
Got it.
This was good.
There we go.
Bravo win.
Alrighty, so in that situation, the what's it called? The smash went off, and missed the storm barely. He blinked out of it. He took a little bit of chip damage. Elite, the carry, throws in a tether. It actually happens to tether the storm right then, as a lightning grenade gets placed under his feet, and I, luck in the chamber, headshot him from behind. On their stream, there was a lot of confusion as to how he died right there. They thought it was lag. They thought it was like BS that he got one shot by the nade. They didn't realize that he took some damage off the storm, off the smash rather, which allowed that nade to one shot him anyway, because he was in the he literally got tethered and the nade went off right then. But on top of that, I put damage on him from behind, which he 100% did not know as well, it seemed. And then Goth calls out that I threw my Nova Bomb sideways, which, like, I don't know, you see it from my POV, it was like the most simple Nova Bomb in existence. I was just getting there, making sure I got a kill. After that, I realized Bandwipe is the last person. I recognize that he has not put out his tether yet. We have to worry about a tether, but we're all on point, 1v3. There's no way he can kill us fast enough. All we have to do is stay alive, and I put in the shots as he's throwing that tether. Headshot, body, dead, or whatever the order of the bullets were. And then just, you know, clutch situation. This is one of those situations where, like, they didn't control their super use well enough. We did so a little better. It's frustrating because on one hand they said like that we got lucky on that final round, due to the fact that the storm got killed off the timing. He was 100% dead. I shot him from behind. I was gonna finish him from behind. He was gonna be finished from the lightning nade, if nothing else. Like, I don't know. It's just a little frustration there that, you know, it's like we got lucky when, like, we just 100% had the better angles in that situation. And obviously we had the super use because we controlled our supers a little bit better throughout the match. So yeah, you know, once more, I wanna clarify. I'm gonna let the rest of this match kind of play out to the scoreboard. I want to clarify, you know, once more, no shade thrown. Nobody throw shade. This was 100% just a match. We were carrying. They had Gothalion, who is a great PvPer still. May not be a sweat, but definitely knows what he's doing. He got kills. He got more kills than our carry. You know, like I said, the KDs of, you know, LaB are higher than the KDs of several of the carry partners I've had over the years. So, you know, there's no rhyme or reason to throw any shade here. It was a close match. It was a good game, and there were great plays made on both sides, and I wanted to detail all of that and hopefully help people who, you know, watch me, who watch them, who watch anybody, and try to get better themselves, who may not be the best at Crucible, recognize and understand the reasonings for each decision made, and why each play succeeded or failed. And you know, with what it comes down to in the end, for every game you ever play, every match you ever play, it's, you know, it's a lot of skill, it's a bit of luck, and it's just things working out at the right times. So without further ado, guys, this has been InvictaTV. I hope you enjoyed the match. I hope you enjoyed the play-by-play. I hope you guys respect all parties involved here, because I think it's stupid to throw any shade in this situation. And other than that, this has been InvictaTV. I got one more Trials video coming out tomorrow, and then it's Destiny 2 content until the release of D2. The only Destiny 1 videos I might put out is a bit of Trials, but other than that, hopefully just montages. Done with Destiny 1. Let's do Destiny 2 now. And enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Take care. Hey guys, I wanted to take the time to say that I finally got my subscribe button over on twitch.tv/invicta_TV. If you're interested, you can subscribe for $5 a month or for free with Twitch Prime. This gives you a one-way ticket to hop into games with me, be it Destiny or otherwise, as well as gets you into sub-only raffles or extra chances on all raffles for events like Trials. Thank you to everybody who takes the extra miles, and I appreciate every single one of you. I hope to see you in stream, Guardians.